Thank you, Dustin. Now at 5, under investigation, the accusations of anti-Semitism against IU and questions at the center of it all.
Plus, 2 children killed in a crash, how their family is remembering them weeks after they lost their lives.
Warm again today, but there are some big changes coming in your 7-day forecast.
The Colts have been busy this offseason. We recap the free agent signings and what you should look out for. Live from Indy, you're watching 13 News.
Now at 5, Indiana University being investigated by the Department of Education for alleged anti-Semitic discrimination and harassment.
And the consequences could cost the university millions of dollars. Jenny Runovich leads us off from Bloomington tonight.
The investigation from the Department of Education has been brewing for a while.
This has been over a year in the making.
Going back to the pro-Palestinian protests at Dunn Meadow last year. Tensions that played out at universities nationwide and criticism about how colleges responded. Plus, documented incidents of anti-Semitism targeting Jewish students on the Bloomington campus.
Then you do get things like chalkings of swastikas or other signs. So we were seeing a variety of these.
Professor Lenkowski was one of many faculty to sign a statement last year saying what was happening at IU crossed the line to discrimination. Now the DOE is asking, did IU do enough to protect Jewish students on campus?
It basically says, look, if you don't get your own house in order, there could be some pretty severe consequences.
Potentially millions of dollars in federal funding. IU, one of 60 universities being investigated under Title VI of the Civil Rights Act. Columbia University already had $400 million in research grants canceled. Could that happen to IU? Still unclear.
They can mediate. It's not an automatic shut-off of federal funds, though there's a lot of discretion.
Since IU faculty members sent that letter to the university last year, IU has taken action. A new task force meets with the provost about addressing anti-Semitism, a push to enforce the code of conduct now endorsed by student government.
So IU is very much aware of the problem, and I think they have been making efforts over the past few months to address it.
Now the Department of Education has to decide if what they've done is enough. In Bloomington, Jenny Runovich, 13 News.
We reached out to the university for comment on the investigation, but we did not get a response. Late this afternoon, we did receive a statement from IU Hillel. You can read that on WTHR.com.
Tonight, a person is in critical condition after someone shot them near a hotel on the south side of Indianapolis. Tonight, Metro Police tell 13 News they first learned of that shooting on Southeast Street near Thompson Road around 7:30 this morning. Officers said they then found the person who was shot and got them to the hospital. So far, police have not released any other information about this shooting.
Tonight, we're learning what a man who's accused of killing a woman at an independent senior living community says led up to the shooting. The shooting happened at Serenity Manor near 10th Street and Shadeland Avenue Sunday morning. Court documents state a man called 911 after his father, Darian Curry, told him he shot a woman in his apartment. 63-year-old Georgia Beans died in this shooting. In those same documents, the suspect told detectives he shot Beans because she was drunk and would not leave after he asked her to go 5 times. Detectives say Curry also told them Beans did not assault him, have weapons, or hurt him. And those detectives say he also told them he did not call police when he wanted her to leave. He is now being held on no bond on a charge of murder after his first appearance in court today.
Tonight, 2 young children who were killed in a crash in Plainfield more than a month ago are now laid to rest.
Their family gathered together for their burial in Greenwood this afternoon. 13 News attended at the family's invitation.
Such a tough day. Marina Silva joining us live to share how the 2 children, Aries and Iris, are being remembered today. Marina.
Anne Marie and Felicia, it was a somber day here at Forest Lawn Cemetery as family, friends, and community members all gathered 36 days later to honor Aries and Iris. Dozens, if not hundreds of people came here to pay their respects. The grandfather of the 2 young children spoke to everyone. One of the things he talked about, everything that was taken from him. He said he won't get to see his grandkids grow up, teach them to ride a bike, or even help them after getting hurt. Jack Vaughter, the mother of the babies, spoke with us at the burial, saying she wants her kids remembered every day.
It's been a lot of just trying to distract myself. I've had some good moments and some really difficult, hard to manage moments.
Jack told me this is another day forward. She's taking it day by day to honor her children. Now, one of the other things that was spoken during the burial, and Jack also told me, they're very thankful for the community support that has come in from all over to honor these children.
All right, thank you so much, Marina. It's certainly a sad story out in Greenwood tonight. And the man accused of crashing into the SUV with Eris and Iris is in the Hendricks County Jail waiting to go on trial.
Sedani Pettis faces multiple charges, including causing death when operating a motor vehicle with a drug they were not prescribed or one that is illegal. Avon police say they tried to pull him over when they spotted a car which was reported stolen out of Marion County.
The officer says the suspect took off through the intersection of Ronald Reagan Parkway and US 40 in Plainfield at 90 miles per hour. That's when he crashed into the family's SUV.
Tonight, a developing story. We are getting an update on the condition of a woman who survived a crash and then was trapped in her car in northern Indiana for a whopping 6 days.
Her family says she is stable and scheduled to have surgery today. And we have new pictures here, and it shows that where a drainage company worker found Breonna Castle's car wrecked in northwestern Indiana. It was in a ditch southwest of Rensselaer. They found Cassell inside the car, conscious and able to speak.
Her family now says that doctors are concerned about the healing of her legs, but overall say the outlook for her recovery is good. It will take time.
I knew she had it in her. She persevered. She wanted to stay alive.
The investigation continues, and no word at this hour what caused that crash.
And we're in the Weather Center this afternoon with Angela because we are seeing some spring-like temperatures. Now, have we officially crossed into the spring season, or is it still winter?
Meteorological spring, yes. The official spring comes later in the month, in a week and a half or so. But it feels like spring regardless.
It does. It's been beautiful.
70s again today for most of us. So we'll check those current temperatures in Indianapolis. We're at 73. We've had some middle and upper 70s south of I-70. 77 right now in Shelbyville, a pair of 75s in Bloomington and Columbus. There was a little boundary in place yesterday at this time, and it's still in play north of that front, just a bit cooler. We're in the 60s in Lafayette, Kokomo, and Muncie. Most of us will stay in the 60s and 70s through sunset this evening for a very warm evening. We have basketball underway in downtown Indianapolis, the Big Ten tournament, and IU tips off tomorrow at noon. 65 degrees, the second round of games tomorrow, and it's going to be just as nice, if not a few degrees warmer. And speaking of nice, we actually have a great day for the St. Patrick's Day parade in downtown Indianapolis on Friday. We are forecasting temperatures to be in the 60s to start, 70s to finish, but also some big changes on the way, including that threat of severe weather later Friday into Saturday. We have upgraded Friday, Saturday to weather alert days. I'm going to cover that in the forecast.
All right, Angela, thanks so much. Well, as you mentioned it, we got some games. We are in the thick of basketball season right now, but talking about the gridiron football, well, football news never sleeps.
Yes, I know fans are ready. So it has been a busy week for the Indianapolis Colts. Dom Miranda joins us in studio to break it all down. We've had a lot happening.
Yeah, that's no question about it. It's football season, 365 days of the year. I didn't know if you knew that. A lot has been going on West 56th Street this week. We talked about it all combine long on if Chris Ballard, Colts GM, would shake up his philosophy as far as adding players in free agency. Early returns suggest so, albeit nothing earth-shattering. One thing is for sure, the Colts bolstered their defensive backfield in a big way. According to ESPN, the following moves are looking to take place. Safety Cameron Bynum, corner Charvarius Ward, and quarterback Daniel Jones, all expected to sign with the Colts.